In today's video, I'm going to show you how to very quickly whip up a batch of homemade mayonnaise. It is so easy, and I really wish I'd been doing this for longer than I have been, which has only really been for a few months. I know I tried it a few years ago, and I just never went back to it, which frankly is just silly. You only need 5, maybe 6 ingredients, and the 6th ingredient is optional, and I'm pretty sure you have all of these things in your house. So why make homemade mayonnaise? Is it economical? I really don't know. That's up to you. If you choose to use a very high-end expensive oil, high-end mustard, organic, cage-free eggs that cost several dollars a dozen, a very expensive vinegar, then of course your cost is going to go up. I don't make it because it's economical. I make it because it's easy, because it's fast. If I run out of mayonnaise, I don't have to go to the store. What is the shelf life of homemade mayonnaise? I have seen on the internet some people say from 2 weeks to 60 days. I will make a small batch. I will make one of these. It doesn't even fill it up all the way. It's usually gone within 3 weeks. So I would guess 3 weeks to a month would be the best way to go. For this recipe, you are going to need 1 egg, 1 cup of your preferred oil. I'm going to use olive oil. 1 tablespoon of mustard. I'm just going to use yellow mustard. You can use whatever mustard you like. A tablespoon of vinegar. You use whatever vinegar you want to use. You're going to want a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink salt. Again, you use whatever salt you want to use. You're also going to need a stick blender or an immersion blender. I have tried this with a stand mixer and a food processor, and neither way worked for me, so that's why that's what I do. I'm going to mix everything into my 1 pint wide-mouthed mason jar. Don't worry, it's not going to break, and you can always just use the container that came with your immersion blender or your stick blender, but I prefer to store everything in glass, and that's why I'm doing it this way. So let's get started. At this point, you can also add a teaspoon of lemon juice, preferably fresh, not bottled, but I'm not going to do that because it's optional, and I want to show you what it's like when you don't take that option. I have my stick blender on the lowest setting. Take it, put it all the way down to the bottom of your jar, and then start, and everything should mix. And there you go. If you have a little bit of separation and you shouldn't have much, just grab a spoon or a spatula or whatever and mix it up. And that's it. Your mayonnaise is finished. And that's it. We're done. 5 simple ingredients, less than 3 minutes it took. Let's see how it tastes. It's perfect. Tastes like mayonnaise, and it's only got 5 ingredients. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. It took a minute to make. We're done.